Hello and welcome back to Asanas and Wellness. Today, our practice will be a short morning energizing flow. The only props that I'll be using are blocks. If you have knee sensitivity, you may want to have a blanket nearby. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Seated in Sukhasana, which is a cross-legged position. And once you find your comfortable seat, just making sure that your sit bones are grounded into the mat. And we're going to start with a few cat-cows, but we're going to bring your fingertips to touch your shoulders. So on an inhale, we're going to open up, sending your heart up, and exhale, round your spine. Really bring your shoulders together on that exhale like you're trying to make them touch. So opening up and arching the spine forward on your inhale, and exhale, rounding. Really getting into that spine. If you want to energize, you focus on moving the spine, especially first thing in the morning. Just continuing, just syncing your breath. Do about 3 more of these. Bringing your shoulder blades, squeezing them together, and then rounding. And after your final one, return back to a neutral spine. And we're going to move into a wide leg child's pose. So bringing your knees about as wide as the mat. With your big toes touching, hips down. Begin to crawl your fingertips forward. Maybe your hips rest on your heels. Maybe not. Just breathing in and out of the nose. Lifting your head, just walk your fingertips over towards the left side of the mat. Reaching through your right fingertips to feel a stretch along the right side of your body. Still pressing your hips down towards your heels. And coming up and walking your fingertips over towards the right side this time. Reaching through that left arm. And coming back to center. And from here, we're going to press up and we'll find downward facing dog. So with your knees and hips aligned, bring your palms so that your wrists are maybe 1 or 2 inches in front of your shoulders. Curl your toes and go ahead and press yourself up. Curling your tailbone up. Maybe you're walking your heels out a bit. One and then the other. Head nice and heavy. From here, we're going to begin with a low lunge. So you can, if you like, you can come to tabletop, bring your knees back down to the mat first, but bring that right foot up into your low lunge. If you have blocks, you can use your blocks here. It's allowing your hips to sink down. towards the mat, rolling your shoulders back and down. Inhale, and on an exhale, send your hips back to straighten that right knee. You may have to adjust your foot a bit. Flexing the toes toward you. For a half split. Inhale and exhale, roll back forward. From here, go ahead and readjust to your low lunge. I'm going to place my block. We're going to take a revolved runner's lunge. So with your left hand down to a block or to the mat, curl your left toes. Go ahead and bring your knee up. Send your right arm up towards the sky. Maybe you're gazing up at your fingertips, maybe not. On your next exhale, go ahead and begin to straighten that right knee and bring your left foot in some. And we're going to come up to standing, core nice and tight. Left toes at a 45-degree angle. So maybe they're pointed towards that front left corner of your mat. We're going to take a reverse triangle. So drop your left hand down to your thigh, right arm up and back. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to come to a traditional triangle pose. So maybe you're going to shift that left foot so it's more parallel to the back of the mat. Palms face down. Send your hips back towards the left. Reach forward. We're going to tilt. And feel free to bring your fingertips to a block, to the mat, to your shin. But this time, with your left hand, bring it overhead for an even deeper stretch along the left side of the body. Right along beside your ear. Inhale, exhale, look down towards the mat, and we'll make our way down to downward facing dog. And then we'll do this sequence on the other side. All right, so moving into low lunge on the left side this time. So bring that that left foot up. Grab your blocks if you need to. Allow your hips to sink. On your next round of breath, inhale. Exhale, go ahead and straighten the left leg for half split. Flexing your toes back towards you. Feeling the stretch along the back of the leg. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, roll it forward back to your adjust your back into a low lunge, and bringing my right hand down to the block, curl the toes, and taking a twist. And coming back, we're going to straighten that left leg and come up to our reverse triangle pose. So making sure that right foot is toes pointed towards the right front corner of the mat. Taking a nice bend here. And on an exhale, triangle pose. So adjusting that back foot so it's more parallel. And if you like, go ahead and bring the bicep alongside the ear, whatever feels right for you. Inhale, on an exhale, gaze at the ground, and we're going to come back down into a downward facing dog. And bringing your knees down to the mat. Here we're going to come down to a reclined position on the back. And we'll start with half happy baby. So with your knees bent, feet on the mat, bring your right foot up. Grab your big toe with your pointer and middle finger, with the elbow just on the inside of that knee. Bringing your ankle up so that it aligns with your knee as much as possible. Taking a few breaths here. And on an exhale, going to release, come into our pigeon pose. So bring that right ankle just above the left knee and draw that left leg in. Either grab behind the thigh or around the shin. Flex those right toes back towards the right knee. Try to relax as much as you can in this pose, as much as possible. Just really focusing on the sensation you're feeling in that right outer hip. And on an exhale, release. Bringing the left foot down to the mat. We're just going to leave our legs in the same position, but allow them to fall over towards the left, and bringing your right arm up to cactus position with your elbow in line with your shoulder. And if you need to, you can use your left hand to gently keep that right knee pressed up. We're in this twist. Softening through the head and neck, softening your facial muscles. Using your core, go ahead and bring your knees back up. And from here, we will take that little sequence on the other side. So half happy baby. And on an exhale, release and find your pigeon pose. Grabbing onto whatever feels accessible here. And exhale, release. Allowing your feet to fall over, legs to fall over towards the right, left arm in cactus. And inhale, bringing your legs back up. And from here, you can either extend your legs for Shavasana, or you can bring your feet as wide as the mat with your knees kind of falling in to touch for constructive rest. Maybe bringing your arms overhead. We're in this final pose only for a minute or so, long enough to just kind of observe, take in the practice. Notice how you're feeling. Maybe close your eyes or keep your gaze low. And when you're ready, go ahead and flutter the eyes open and roll over to one side to press yourself up to Sukhasana. Maybe with your legs crossed the opposite way that they were when we started. With your palms together at your heart center, we'll end this practice with a deep cleansing breath in through the nose and out of the mouth. Inhale. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Till next time.